What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to talk about Bijan Robinson, running back from Texas. Obviously, this man is an amazing player. We all know it. He's 6 foot, 220 pounds. I mean, I'm not that far into my draft process, all things considered, but I'm pretty comfortable saying he's the best running back in this class. I think everybody pretty much knows it. Very, very solid blocker, which isn't the thing that you would probably expect for me to say first, but he is. Very good, high-effort player. He's also very good in scramble drill as a receiver. So, like, if his quarterback is scrambling around, he's pretty good about going off the route if he needs to and just kind of coming back to the quarterback and getting open for him. That is something that some players just don't have, and I really love to see that. He does definitely run with some power and anger to him, which is nice. I think his most elite trait, though, is probably his contact balance. Like, when he gets hit, the way he's able to stay on his feet is probably my favorite trait of his. Not really comparing him, but Alvin Kamara is a guy that comes to mind when it comes to contact balance and, you know, him having it at an elite level. And he kind of has similar levels to that. Not saying that they're very similar players, because I think Kamara is probably a little bit faster and Bijan's more powerful. So they are very different styles. But yeah. But he also keeps his feet moving through contact very well, and he will find a way to fall forward. Has fantastic vision. Always seems to find the right hole. Runs with a lot of good patience, but he also doesn't hesitate when he does find the gap that he needs to take. So I think he can fit a team. If you want to do like a zone blocking team, or if you want to just power run, I think he can do both at an elite level. Like I said, he is a very, very solid receiving threat out of the backfield, and you can even line him out wide sometimes. I probably wouldn't do it too much, only because if you have Bijan Robinson, you'd be dumb not to like really want to build your offense around him, at least the first couple of years. So you're probably going to want him in the backfield as much as possible. Also, he's just as good, you know, running from a standard formation, like the I formation, anything like that, or out in shotgun. It doesn't matter. Just hand him the ball, he'll be fine. Fantastic acceleration, very good elusiveness, pretty damn strong as well. In the receiving game, just find ways to get him into open space, and he will get yak for you. Very, very physical player. And one thing I love about him, I mentioned the blocking before, but one thing that drives me crazy with some, you know, more powerful running backs is when their physicality and strength doesn't translate to their blocking. This guy is just as physical, just as tenacious, and just as angry when he's blocking as when he's running somebody the fuck over. And I love that. His speed is really, really good, but it's not at that, like, next level elite tier. Like I kind of mentioned, I think Alvin Kamara probably... I don't like player comparisons. Like, I just don't. I really do like him a lot, though. He is an amazing player. And like I said, he might not have that elite speed, I guess, but it is definitely enough. Like, you don't find a bunch of film of him getting caught from behind. It's just not at that, like... Because it's not at, like, that Chris Johnson in his prime level of speed, you know, Jamal Charles, you know, guys like that. Because when you're talking about a running back of this caliber, that's the type... Like, when you're talking about elite running back speed, those are the kind of guys you have to compare him to, because he is that good of a player. And that's just kind of across the board something you have to do. If you're going to be one of the best players, you have to look at them as such. But like I said, his most elite trait is definitely the contact balance for sure. But yeah, I definitely see him as a first-round talent. And if you followed my channel through the draft process and through different draft years, I do not like drafting running backs in the first round. I don't like paying running backs a bunch of money, and I don't like drafting them in the first round. Not in today's league. I think it's stupid for the most part. But when you run across guys like Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley, Ezekiel Elliott, people like that coming out of college, you have to do it. You have to do it. They are a first-round talent for a reason. Like, Najee Harris, as good as he was a second-round player for me. I think the Steelers took him early. Bijan Robinson is a different type of player. I don't like using the term generational talent because I think that gets thrown around loosely, and I don't know if I would call him that. Just because I feel like for you to be a generational talent, I think an entire generation has to go by for me to have seen a player of your caliber, and Adrian Peterson isn't that long ago. And I don't think he's Adrian Peterson. I don't think he's better than him as a prospect. So, anyway. But he is an amazing player, and I do not give first-round nods to running backs often. The last one was Saquon. That was the last running back I seen as a first-round running back. So, anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, I appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.